Welcome back to Downstairs and Dragons, where we play D&D in our basement as per tradition. You've joined us for Lost in Finders. They're in the Forge of Fury, which is in Tales of the Yawning Portal. And they've just gotten to this, well, they're just about to get to the second level. They've beaten the mountain door, they've taken a long rest, and they've been up to something. So let's start with Nathan playing Quella, Josh playing Ixildor, Adler playing Phlebotomus, and Dieter playing Kieran. We have Quest, and we have our bees. That is our party. And you guys are hanging out with Talgan, human fighter, who's protecting two other human non-combatants.
My Sharona and Meat Stick.
No. Corona and Gerald.
Corona and Cora's Light?
No, it's Natty Ice.
Oh.
Phlebotomus, you have been working away. You're going to have to take a long rest and let some of those chemicals stew overnight, possibly grow and replicate certain cellular aspects of the chemical process. And when you wake up, you'll finish that work you're doing. Is there anything else anyone's doing before bed? Nope. Going to sleep? Were you taking any watches at all?
I don't think we need to take watches here.
We should, though.
We should, but...
You can take the full watch.
Why don't we get Talgan to do one?
Well, Talgan needs to sleep 8 hours, just like all the others.
I still need to meditate for 4.
No, you're good.
You only need to meditate for 4, but I can go first if you're feeling a little peckish, a little tired.
You know what?
A little weak.
You leave me alone, beast.
So, Kieran, go and roll perception.
Alright.
I'm gonna break that thing.
12.
Nothing. Nothing happens. Go ahead, Quella.
Nothing,
Okay.
Nothing.
16.
Yeah, nothing happens.
Technically, I should have added.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So actually, 24.
Okay, well, nothing happens.
I think so.
You guys wake up. You can't tell that it's morning, but you know it's probably morning, and do some druidcraft to see when it's morning. And Phlebotomus, you go right back to work right away.
Don't watch over your shoulder.
You're definitely hiding something big at this point. And
I never would have guessed.
finishing it off and pushing some magic into it. And Kieran, you're seeing this thing.
It smells like ours.
Okay, this is.
Oh, that's
really
intentional.
I want the design choices.
Okay, so it's finished.
So is this breakfast or?
No. This is my new little minion who will do everything I command.
That's what they call it now?
What? No.
Sorry.
That's what...
Stay focused, Quilla.
Sorry!
I know it's been a while, but
I
just
didn't
stay
get
focused.
a full night's sleep.
So as you guys wake up and you join Phlebotomus to see his masterpiece he's been working on overnight, you see this, is the same color as the picture you sent me?
Yeah.
This fleshy pink, it's like a little bat, but has like the arms and legs of a person, and it has bat wings over its shoulder, and it's got big bat ears and a big ugly pig snout like a bat, and it's very lanky and almost kind of like skeletal, the way that its skin clings to its scrawny long lanky arms and scrawny long lanky legs. And as it's waking up, it's kind of blinking its big eyes at you, and its big ears are twitching around, and it's just this creepy little fleshy construct that's crawling forward and standing up, and then standing at attention.
Is this how gnomes reproduce?
Is that what you looked like as a child?
Oh no, I was a lot uglier, believe it. No, this is my homunculus.
Wait, how do you say that?
Homunculus.
Wow.
It's for dramatic effect.
Yes.
What is his name?
I am going to call him
Impudent.
Blood Junior.
For real?
For real.
I do like that.
That's cool. That's scary. If I heard someone say "Go Blood Junior, attack," I'd be like, "No, ma'am."
Does it have like a little pot belly?
Yes. He's really gross.
Oh, good.
Oh yeah. As he's getting,
No.
does he need to eat or anything? I don't think he.
I don't believe so, no.
So as he's like fleshing out, and his blood is actually going through his body, and this weird fleshy creature you've made. Yes, his stomach is distended, and he has a little bit of extra weight around his ribs and his organs to protect him. You know, his organs.
It's a construct, so...
It's like your fake little fleshy organs that you've created. It's like a mix between organic and mechanical.
What exactly is a construct?
A construct is literally anything that is not organic.
Okay.
So it could be a robot, it could be a robot
Golem?
made of metal, it could be a robot made of rock, like a golem, it could be a robot made of wood, and this is a robot made out of herbs and chemicals, and basically it was like a stem cell grown little ugly bat baby.
That's so neat. That's actually really cool.
Yeah. We'll get a picture of him up for our next session next week. But yeah, you now have your little homunculus, and you already have all your stats and everything ready to go for him, right? So.
Yes.
What does it do?
Alright, so a few primers about Blood Junior. 1, he understands every language I do, but he can't speak them. So, if you say mean things to him, he will hear. And he might not be happy, but I promise you, I will be happy. So let's get that all out in the open. Second of all, he can spit acid, and it's really gnarly.
Oh.
Third of all, his, gross slime and ooze, he secretes 3 different types.
Pulls it.
Yeah, like that.
Oh.
So, the first one lets you fly 6 feet for 10 minutes. The second one...
And if the second one... and he just pulls it off of his tongue.
The second one gives you advantage on 4 ability checks.
That's really cool.
And the third one gives you 2d6 plus 4 temporary HP.
And he starts... And these big ugly tears come out. And they're sticky and salty, and he holds them both like little... I guess like little water droplets. And he throws them on the ground.
And he can do that 3 times a day before he gets all dried out and needs to take a nap.
I'm highly unsettled.
It's
Don't
very
you love
interestingly
Blood
cool.
Blood Junior's really fucking cool.
Fleebo, can we make a deal?
Yeah.
If you start saying nice things about Quest and calling her what she is, I will make sure that I say nice things about Blood Junior.
You know what? I'll take you up on that deal.
Thank you.
It has wings. Does it fly?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
yes,
that's even
it does.
And when it flies, its arms and legs dangle. So it's very, floppy. And it looks like a creepy, you know those skeletons you buy at the store for Halloween?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what his arms and legs do
So,
when it flies.
Its wings are up here, and
He's
its
got
arms
wings,
are down here.
He's got wings like a bat.
Right.
On his back.
He's got wings like a...
Kind of like an imp.
Right.
Right.
So,
Because a real bat doesn't have arms, but imagine... Instead of a... God, I'm trying to think. Like a succubus. Let's grab that.
I'm
I've got it
just
right here.
because I think I know how. I think I'm.
So I have the
picturing him
Scourge page open, and I just remembered succubus was right here. So you know how they've got wings on their back? That's how
Right.
this creature has.
Okay, and so his arms dangle downward.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when he's flying.
Gotcha,
When he's
okay.
standing.
I just wanted to make sure I had the picture in my head.
And he kind of flutters over to Quest, and reaches out to touch her bill, and touch her.
It's new life discovering other life. It's learning.
She's very
This is beautiful.
interesting. What is this that's touching me?
I think she's just sitting there and watching him.
She's
touch
not
her.
afraid though,
It's leaving behind mucus.
and
on
she's
her
licking
feathers
it.
She's just cleaning her feathers as it's being cleaned.
Quest, it's your new best friend.
But yeah, you have a homunculus now, and Talgan and the others are disgusted. Are you
sad.
going down to the rest of the dungeon today?
We sure are.
Barricade the door behind us like we spoke about.
We got it. We're ready to go.
Alright. Enjoy your little staycation.
Quest and Blood Junior are coming with us today.
Good.
Are you going to let Quest fight? I mean, that's kind of what she does.
I mean, yeah. I just don't want her to die.
Quella. Can Blood Junior ride on Quest's back?
I knew it was coming.
Sure.
Yes!
As long as she can take rides on him sometime.
That might be a little hard.
Well, she's... Yeah.
This thing and Quest are about the same size, though.
Oh.
aren't
Well, how about they just
Yeah.
how about they just hold hands?
My homunculus is tiny. I don't know what Quest is.
It's a
Tiny.
Zeus. It doesn't
Okay,
have
alright.
hands.
Never
What?
mind. Never mind.
No, actually, yes, the homunculus could ride on the duck.
they? Okay,
She
fine.
has a wing that he could hold.
That's not a hand.
Ah,
Well, his just dangle.
everything's coming together.
Well, okay, fine. Yes, he can ride on her.
Literally.
It already did come together for your homunculus,
Okay.
so.
So you guys are gonna go down the stairs. Yes.
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 Okay. Okay. So we're gonna start with a change. Now, while this is all supposed to be a civilized city that was built by the dwarves, it for some reason goes down into these cave systems that they decided they're just going to use as is before turning them into a lovely carved stone brick.
Question.
Yes.
Does Quest and Blood Junior, do they have dark vision?
Blood Junior
See?
has dark vision.
I'm pretty sure Quest does too. I think we already determined that.
No,
didn't
I think we determined that she doesn't. You had to read your packet to find out if she does.
We may need to still have a torch.
Oh, that's right. She didn't, because she didn't have it when we first entered this place.
Alright.
She does not have it.
So, we could leave Quest behind, or we could light a torch.
I don't.
I'll hold a torch.
Alright.
Okay.
Rather not
Stick
leave
with
her
this one
behind.
forward.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys go down these stairs and it eventually leads down into this cave. Roll perception for me.
So Blood Junior gets +4 in perception. Can I just have him do it?
You just roll both.
9.
8.
9.
10.
Oh, there we go.
So Blood Junior got 8. I got 14.
Okay, with your 14, you can hear off in the distance something walking through the river, walking through the water you see, and it's like, oh god, I can't make these noises. Have you ever heard old farm machinery move
Yeah.
and grind? It sounds like that. Really old, big mechanic grinding and it's walking up that river path
Towards us or away from
towards
us?
you.
Do you hear anything, anyone?
I hear some sort of horrible metallic beast going in the water up there.
Is it coming towards us?
Oh, definitely towards us, yeah.
Can you send Blood Junior out? And can he speak to you telepathically?
I don't believe he can speak to me telepathically. I can send him out.
Do you guys just speak empathically?
I think so, yeah. Well, I guess it would have to be telepathically, huh?
Yeah, I just.
Speak with him. Can he converse with you?
Yeah, let's...
Well, so telepathically would be with words.
okay.
Empathically would be with emotions.
I'm pretty sure he's able to understand any of my languages. I don't think he's able to...
Well, and I could
Peter, are
converse
you
back
looking it
and
up now?
I am.
I could send Quest out too, because I can communicate with her. So
Because like
anything that she's feeling, she could communicate back to me.
Okay, you want to send her out to see what this thing is?
Yeah.
So you guys are coming from the top left. Quest is walking ahead of you down to that intersection. And as she turns the corner, you feel intense fear from her. Have her roll initiative.
So it would be her dexterity modifier.
5.
Okay. Have her roll a dexterity save.
8.
Okay. You guys
Dexterity
hear...
save.
What's the difference between a save?
So I believe for your Beast Companion, I believe it's proficient in all saving throws.
Oh.
And it uses. I'm gonna have to. Loses multi-attack or base commands. It's proficient. Yep, proficient in all saving throws, and it uses your proficiency bonus.
Oh.
So it would be 2 plus, I believe, whatever you put 2, so plus 4. Die roll plus 4.
What was that? 6 plus
4 is 10.
10.
plus another 2?
12.
You guys see a great... Well, you hear noise. You hear the loud farm machinery grind and creak, and then you hear what sounds like a great big gust of wind suddenly blow out at Quest, and you see Quest sprayed with a crazy bright yellow liquid all over the walls of the cave and the floor.
Shit.
Quest takes...
One for the team. Ooh.
21 points of acid damage.
She is down.
How much is her max health?
13.
So she's dying.
She's
She
pretty
is
much
dying, covered in acid. All her feathers are being melted away from her. You are seeing a melted bird in front of you.
I'm speechless.
Now the thing
let's
that's
roll
made
for
the
initiative.
noise... If you'd like to, but hold on.
Okay.
Well, yeah, if you'd like to. If you'd like to roll initiative. Okay, so we've got our map up, we've got our music started, and we'll get you guys placed. You guys all rolled initiative. So who got above a 20?
Oh crap, I totally did not roll initiative.
Who got between 15 and 20?
I did.
I did as well.
I got 19.
I got a 25.
Oh shit.
You would have been back. Okay, so 25 is with Quella, 19 is with Kieran. Who got it?
That was 17.
And Flavanus, what'd you get?
I got an 8.
Okay. And your homunculus just moves with you?
Yeah, so I looked it up. It moves at the same time as me.
Good, that makes things so much easier.
Well, it moves right after me. The only thing it does is it takes the dodge action unless I use a bonus action to do command hit.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, I'm gonna move you guys way back up here. And... Okay.
Didn't we come down the stairs?
Yeah, I thought we came down the stairs.
Oh god, I'm sorry, I forgot that north is different for you guys. North is different for me than it is for you. There, that's better. Okay! There we go. That matches. Okay, so, after this thing sprays its acid breath all over Quest, it just simply walks forward. And you guys hear the crunch, 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 and it stops here, but you can see it's turning to go down that hallway and has not noticed you at all. So Quest, Quella, it is your turn.
Wow.
Is that when its initiative was?
Yeah. Because it had to go after Quest.
Trying to think of what I want to do here.
Quest went. Wait, no, it went before Quest, and then it was Quest's turn. So it was finishing up its turn by walking forward. That's what it was doing. Do you want to wait? Do you want to go get your bird?
I want to go. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you gonna stealth or just run?
I'm just gonna run up to her.
Okay. You
I'm
grab.
gonna grab her and
That's
pull her back.
the extent of your movement is.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna cover her.
Okay. I'm gonna see if it notices you.
What is it?
Oh, that's a good question.
Do you have a picture?
No. It is a big, ugly metal contraption. It fills this hallway. It's at least 5 feet wide. It's definitely what I'd call large. 5 feet wide, 10 feet long. It looks like it's made out of rusted, old metal scraps. You see weapon blades. You see old plate armor, shoulder pieces, chest pieces. And it looks like it's shaped like a dragon, but definitely much smaller.
Is it a homunculus?
No, it's a construct. It has definitely big fake dragon feet. Not even dragon feet. they're not even decorated to look like dragon feet. It's just this thing is shaped like a dragon, where it has big fake plates on its back, like pulled-in wings. It's got
legs and feet.
like steam-powered elephant feet, and it's got a big, long tail with blades and spikes sticking out all over the tail. It is a big, ugly, crappy, half-rusted, half-broken construct. You can see that there are dings and breaks in it all over. There are pieces hanging off as if something's already done damage to this creature, this construct.
Okay. Whose turn is it?
It's Kieran's turn.
Is there any way that I can get around it?
Since it's large and it's taking up this whole space right here, you could try to jump over its tail and get past it, or you could wait for it to step forward and just go behind it. Or did you mean to try to get around to its front?
Any place I could get flanking, going.
You want to fight this thing here?
It's a little cramped in here. Do we want to fight it?
I don't want to fight it. That thing, like,
It's your turn.
obliterated her.
I don't want to fight
Alright,
it.
well, I will take the dodge action.
Okay. Explore, what are you going to do?
I'm not going to engage, but I am... Damn, claws on the way.
You can go through friendly space.
I can, but I don't want to get that close to it. I don't want it to... I want to get in front of my friends, but I don't want it to notice me. I don't want it to engage me.
Sure.
Don't try.
If it doesn't notice Quella where it is, looking at it, that doesn't seem to have faced in her direction or anything, correct?
Correct.
Okay, then I'm just going to hold there. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to stay perfectly still. I'm going to take the dodge action as well.
Okay. Okay, phlebotomist.
Okay. So with Blood Junior's alchemical salve with the 2d6 plus 4 temporary HP, if I did that to Quest, would she stop dying?
Yes.
Okay.
Not with temporary HP.
No, okay.
Temporary HP does not do that, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, right, okay.
I can get to her and cast Cure Wounds on her.
10, 20, 25? You'd have to squeeze next to Koala, but yeah.
That's fine. Let me pull that up quick. Sorry. Okay, Cure Wounds. So that's going to be 1d8 plus my ability modifier, my spellcasting ability modifier. So that's, is that 6?
It's just the
Just-
intelligence. So it's
So
1d8
1d6 plus 4. 1d8 plus 4, excuse me. Okay, so Quest, I gave Quest 5 HP.
Okay, that's enough to bring Quest back, but her feathers are, I want to argue, permanently acid damaged.
I was thinking that too.
I don't know if she'll be able to fly until she gets new feathers in. I would argue that enough healing could force her to regrow feathers abnormally fast. But you guys might have to actually like sit and heal her for a while. I mean, it's not like regrowing a whole bone or a whole finger or something, but
It's just the structure, pretty much.
Like regrowing hair.
right, she just needs more production of those cells. So if you guys ever sat and just healed her over and over again, I would let the feathers grow back.
Alright, who's next?
Oh, acid construct. 5, 10, 15. Goes down the hall.
Can we just try to run out? So run the other way?
If it's trapped, I could wait for it to go down the hall a little bit and then cast Flaming Sphere on it.
But then we'll attack it.
You don't know if it's trapped, though.
Right, well,
It could be going around in a circle.
Quilla, it's your turn. If you wanted to roll survival to look at the ground around you, I'd let you.
Hmm. 19.
Okay. You can tell by the scrapes and the dents in the rock and the walls around here, this thing has walked this path before and probably has been patrolling this path over and over again.
So it's probably a circular path. somehow, some type of circular path.
Do you want to say that to the others?
That's what I'm thinking. Is it's probably some type of circular path because it's definitely walked this path before.
Right, that makes sense.
All right.
So maybe just follow follow behind it. Not close enough to get its attention, but follow behind it so it doesn't.
Right.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
It's possible we find a more suitable battleground to take it on in.
Or just follow it to find an exit.
Yes.
Or we find what's been fighting this thing because it looks severely damaged.
All right. Well, I suppose for now, what I could do is I could cast Goodberry. When you get hurt or hungry, pop a berry, and we give the rest of the berries to the goose over here.
I'm fine with that.
All right. So that's 1 berry for each of us 4, and then 6 berries for Quest.
6 for her. Oh wow.
That will heal 6 points of health. And she'll get nice and fat eating them. Hopefully that will regrow enough of its feathers. Let it fly.
She starts shedding the feathers that are melted, but she'll need more later to grow them.
She's only 1 health away from being full health now. Thank you. I really appreciate you guys doing all that.
Are you guys gonna go east or south?
We should go south.
And then we need to
We're
just
gonna
Follow it.
Very close.
Not
Not super close behind it, but
Probably
far
no
enough.
more than like 30 feet behind.
Yeah. So we don't get its attention.
like the current distance it sort of is at now and there. Something like that.
Yeah.
So like 30 feet.
Yeah.
But I really don't want to fight a machine.
The descending fissure opens up abruptly into a very high cavern. Its ceiling easily 40 feet or more overhead. The stairway continues to wind down along a ledge that follows the north wall of the chamber. A fast-moving stream about 5 feet wide runs across the floor of the chamber from the north and disappears under a low stone overhang to the south. A larger passageway exits to the southeast and northeast.
This is a good place to fight it, I think.
So it's kind of like you guys are on this exposed stairway. Like there's no railing on the right side. You can see into this open room as you step down into it. This thing is walking down the stairs and it's making its way to that southeast
Isidore, knock
passage.
it off the stairway.
That's
How
nice.
far down is it from where it currently is to the bottom level?
20 feet.
Oh, we can knock it prone. Yeah.
I'll go with you.
All right,
Both
ready?
push.
1, 2, 3, go. Okay, we're both gonna charge it and knock it off
I'm
the
gonna
stairs.
keep this arrangement if
Yeah.
that's okay.
That's fair.
Can I give one of them inspiration?
I mean, guidance,
yeah.
yes.
I'm giving you. I'm doing the aid another. So
Okay, I'm gonna
give him guidance.
excellent
I'm
guidance.
still pissed at it. I'm gonna frickin' join them.
No, you just shoot it when it hits the ground.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna wing this map again.
That's fine.
Because then you'll be above it.
That's true.
It's
This is tense.
different from when you're normally shooting at prone things. You are on the same plane, but if you're directly above it, we could argue that you get advantage on your shots.
Okay. Works for me.
So it's not the best depiction of the map, but it'll work just really quickly so we can get in here. So I'm gonna have, so 2 of you, both Kieran and Ixidor, your turns are right in a row. So I'm gonna say you just go together, and you're just gonna run between it and the wall, and you're gonna push it over.
Yep.
Aye.
Okay, so you guys are about here. You're gonna push it over. That works, right?
I'd say so.
Okay, so go ahead and roll athletics, I guess.
What's the D?
You guys slam your backs up against the wall and you kick it out
Aye.
with your feet.
22.
22.
And I have a weapon ready.
How much would an...
There's 2 of us pushing it.
I know. How much would how much does a car weigh?
About 2,000 pounds.
It's about a ton.
Can two people push a car over a ledge like this?
They could, yeah.
Yes, actually.
Yeah.
It's definitely doable.
I'm
Yeah.
arguing with above 20 and this thing already walking, and let's say you waited for it to lift a couple of its feet.
There's rules for pushing and dragging weight.
I don't want to look that up. It'll take.
I might have it.
You guys push it over the edge, and you hear the screeching and the groaning of the metal as it falls down 20 feet, rolling. It's on its side, and you think it could right itself, so you guys are going to have your turns to try to get to it before it does.
Qua!
It's not my turn. It's not my turn.
Shoot her!
You said you had an arrow ready.
I did, but it's not my turn yet.
That's not... You don't have to...
You readied your action at the initiative count of 25.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah! I forgot about that.
So go ahead and roll to hit.
So
That's advantage.
Oh, that's the wrong song.
God damn it.
Hunter's Mark.
does that work on constructs?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that would be 13 to hit.
Oof.
Does not hit. Bounces off the metal and does nothing.
Second attack? No, not high enough level yet.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay, Phlebotomist, it's your turn.
So this thing is made of metal. Would Shocking Grasp get advantage?
Ooh. Yeah, I bet it would.
I don't know, you have to find out.
Okay.
So, sorry, you were up here.
I don't think I'd be able to run down the stairs and get to it, would I? I would have to like jump down the ledge.
Correct, you'd have to jump down the ledge, but that where you're at is a 30-foot drop.
Well, can I run down to where it fell and then jump there?
That would be a 20-foot drop. 20. You can get this far.
That's okay.
Okay.
You're thinking right. We'll just have to do it next round.
Okay. Now it's its turn. I'm gonna say it's surprised and is not able to do anything this time. It's trying to right itself, and the most it's able to do with its movement is just
Get up.
get up on its feet, and that's it. But it's still stunned and shocked down there. That's actually the whole round, though. So Quella, it's your turn.
Well, I'm going to move a little bit further down.
10 feet?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to try to shoot it
I'm
again.
going to argue you can't see it because there's a ledge in your way.
Okay.
I think you'd have to get here and shoot
That works. We'll try it. Am I still at advantage since I'm above it? And it's, or is it because now that's standing up, it's just...
Just regular.
Okay. Jesus Christ. 13 again.
Nope, does not get through that metal shell that's across its back.
Well, I'm not going to use that die anymore.
You guys can tell by all the dents in the armor that it looks like both slashing and piercing don't seem to harm this thing in a way that is normal.
Well, it's a good thing I got a big stick then.
Alright, Kieran, it's your turn.
Alright, bonus action will be to cast Shillelagh, and then I'll jump on its back.
I would allow that because it's only a 15-foot drop.
Alrighty. I'll jump on its back, and with that momentum, I'll just swing down at it.
Okay, roll to hit.
Alright. 18.
18 hits.
Alright. That sucks.
That's rough.
5.
5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh wait, 6. Excuse me.
6 points of bludgeoning damage. You can tell that hitting this thing rattled all of the metal parts apart, actually maybe shot some nails and some screws and some bolts in different directions. Your 6 points of damage seem to be a little bit more than that.
Well, I've just got the right tool for the job then, don't I?
Alright, anything else?
That'll be it for now.
Are you still standing on it?
Aye.
Ixeldor, it's your turn.
Fuck. I don't have a lot I can do. I'm going to use a bonus action and cast Searing Smite. And then I'm going to Dragoon leap down towards it with a slash attack, taking fall damage if I have to.
Okay.
put your boot right in the hook of your
Yeah, you
halberd.
can reach 10 feet with this, right?
I can't.
I would argue you could go down the stairs a little bit and then just only jump the 15 feet
Okay,
and then do it.
cool.
So yeah, roll to hit.
Do I get some sort of advantage with Kieran being on it or anything?
I mean, if anything, the ground is between you and it, so roll advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. The ground is helping you flank it.
That's not...
Shush.
23.
23 hits.
Okay. So there's a couple of things that are going to happen here. Great weapon fighting style. I get to reroll that. It's a 2. That's a 1. That's worse. Great. Okay, yeah. 5 points of slashing damage. But. It does also take 2 points of fire damage. And it has to make a Constitution saving throw.
$13.
Fails. It is now on fire.
Oh, shit!
Oh.
So,
With Kieran on
either
top.
because of the weird chemicals of the acid or the weird chemicals of its body, it ignites. And it's not completely aflame, like it was covered in gas, but the fire is spreading. So Kieran will have until his next turn to get out of there. So now on fire. Thank you, Axelor.
And that's it.
That's a cool little skill.
Phlebotomist.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna jump down and try to wham it with my shocking grasp.
Okay.
And so, do I also get flanking? Or would that no?
Yeah, I mean, with the way you guys are standing, Kieran is like between you and Kieran at this point. Its head is, at least.
And because it's made of metal, will you get an additional advantage?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Okay. Yeah, so you definitely, you can see the electricity pulsing through it and doing some kind of damage to whatever this thing is made out of. Go ahead and roll your damage.
That is going to be 6 points of electricity damage.
Okay.
And then as a bonus action, I'm going to tell Blood Jr. to shoot his gross acid spit at it. It's got a range of
30 feet.
30 feet. He might have to fly to get closer.
So he's kind of over on this edge here, and he spits his acid. Roll to hit.
Natural 20.
Does hit right on its, I guess right above its tail across a bunch of metal plating, and you see that the acid does absolutely nothing.
Crap. Okay.
Makes sense.
But you've learned something new about this monster, so that is the end of your guys' turns.
Now, does it grow like a giant pimple that it grabs and squeezes at enemies?
How did you know?
I was just hoping.
Okay.
Ew.
Ixildor, you are face to face with this creature.
Yep.
It looks like a makeshift dragon covered with acid. It opens its mouth,
Oh, here we go.
and inside of its body, which is mostly hollow, there's a mechanically propped up polearm of some kind with a sharp front. And this glistening, covered in acid yellow blade shoots out at you.
Okay.
Like a full polearm, it does have reach and does hit you from that distance, like a big
Or
snake
cat.
tail, just or
like
snake
its
tongue. Yeah, and stabs you just as if it was a polearm.
Like a chameleon tongue.
Yep. So
It's going to try to, at least.
yeah. Does a 16 hit?
Nope.
No. So, maybe because of the way it had to open its mouth, you feel like you had time to prepare. You're able to actually just barely dodge this thing and get a good look at it. And it is, it's not a halberd, but it's almost like the dwarven equivalent of a halberd. And its acid drips all over the ground as it pulls back in like a tongue. And that is the end. No? Multi-attack. So while it's doing that, it actually like slams its tail on the ground and actually tries to whip up at Quella,
Oh.
but you're out of its reach. All it knows is you're behind it.
It knows I'm on its back, though.
I know, but it can't move its tail that way. So it's more like it's trying to thrash you and thrash around. But you guys now know that tail can be whipped around. And that's the end of its turn. Quella, it's your turn.
Okay. Tell me if I...
Hold that thought quick. At the start of its turn, it needs to make another Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
And if it's on fire, I'm not going to throw my bees at it.
I got a nat 20.
Okay, then it's no longer on fire.
So something about the way it moves its plates, it almost extinguishes its own fire with the shake. Or maybe all the acid that it burned just burned off. So you guys see it's no longer on fire, and Kieran, you're still safe up on its back.
Alright then.
Okay, so tell me if I can or can't do this.
Mm-hmm.
Can I jump on to Kieran's shoulders and go down at its head with an arrow?
No.
Darn it. That would be so cool.
Because you'd break Kieran's neck.
Please don't do that.
Well, that's okay. If we kill this thing, that's okay. We can heal him,
I
right?
think that there could be a way that I could make you finesse it, but the DC would be not achievable by you at this level.
No,
I
that's
think
fine.
if you were level 10, 15, 20, yes.
I thought that would be super cool.
You need to
Like,
at least be a level 5 Legolas to do that.
Yeah. Just as a level 3 ranger, I just think it's unattainable.
Okay, then I'm going to run down right there so I can actually shoot at its head.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that.
Go ahead. Roll it.
Oh, natural 1.
Roll again for me and just tell me what the number is.
17.
Okay.
I thought I was going to get shot there for a second.
I'm going to say you went to shoot and your foot actually slid and you're falling off the cliff.
No, fuck me.
This is only a 15-foot drop, but you are now standing right next to this creature. So you're at the bottom,
So we're
actually
all
kind of right here in front of Mixeldor.
Sorry.
So you didn't take damage, but you are sitting. It will take 15 feet of your movement to stand back up.
Yep.
Really?
Yep. Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
There's nothing else I can do.
Do you have 15 feet left of your
Only
movement?
5 feet left.
Ooh.
Kieran, it's your turn.
So I'm on the floor.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna smack it again. Try and break some of those metal plates off of its back off.
Okay.
Well, please tell me you get some sort of advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness. A little better.
You're inside of a barn door that you're literally standing on.
It's 14.
That hits.
Oh, wow.
Damage.
Wait, a barn door? He's standing on a barn door?
Well, no, it's just it's so big.
10 points of bludgeoning damage.
I guess I know it's the side of a barn, but I say the side of a barn door, and I don't know why.
You know, I bet you that door was so big they probably both could lay on it, but she wouldn't let him on it.
Okay. Alright, so you did a ton of damage. You were hitting this thing right where all the joints are and where there's pieces, and you actually see the wings that were like extra protection. You're breaking them off and they're falling and hanging on either side of this creature. Anything else?
That'll do it for now. I seem to be a little effective against it, so I'll just keep doing that.
Ixodor, it's your turn.
I'm going to take another attack at it.
Okay. So Quella's laying at your feet. You saw her slide down, and there's gravel and dust and dirt everywhere, and you just go for it anyway.
What's up, dude?
24 to hit.
It's
Wow! Kill this bastard for me.
14 points of slashing damage.
okay. So you're slashing at its face, which is really just, it's not a creature, so you're just slashing at metal where its mouth opens. Trying to damage any part you can. And striking across, knocking some of the bolts possibly loose, and having its jaw hang open in front of you. You can see that blade now inside, just resting. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, that's I'm going to stand right there.
Phlebotomist, it's your turn.
Time for more shocking grasp.
There we go.
Okay, so that is gonna be 16 to hit.
16 hits.
Woohoo. So that's gonna be 5 points of lightning damage.
5 points of lightning damage. Okay. Awesome. So you see lightning strike all around it. Thankfully, the leather on Kieran's boots are protecting him from getting shocked as well.
Yeah.
As lightning just sparks and lights up this whole room, even catching some of the water droplets on the ground. Anything else you'd like to do?
Am I okay?
Yeah, you're
Okay.
Prone, but okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move 15 feet away from that dude. Yeah. Maybe a little closer. So I can like run in, punch him, and then run back out.
It's gonna get an attack of opportunity.
Objection.
Well, it's got the no reaction because shocking grasp.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, if you hit with shocking grasp, you do damage,
Nice.
and it doesn't get its reaction.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's
okay.
a really good attack.
Yeah, so it like tries to get at you, but it's still jerking from the electricity.
It calls it this little guy little twitchy.
All right, so now it's its turn. It breaks off the paralysis effect, and now it's gonna go for 2 slams and a tail whip. So, seeing you on the ground, it's actually going to slam into you with its face.
Roll away.
And your prone, so your advantage.
Oh no.
That's not much. The first one is only 10 to hit.
Nope.
The second one,
Are you rolling at advantage since Quilla is prone?
yeah,
Okay.
18 to hit.
Just hits.
That'll do it.
Okay, so this big head wails into you and slams you into the ground.
Oh. Not cool, man.
9 points of bludgeoning damage. Can't really reach any of you with its tail.
It
It's
has
gonna-
movement.
Yeah, it's gonna sideways step and try to hit you with its tail. Now that does, technically it's still within your reach, so it's not an attack of opportunity. So it's gonna try to hit you with its tail, phlebotomist.
Okay.
No, definitely doesn't. That's a 10. So you see this tail coming and you're able to get out of the way, but you see jagged blades and sharp points just sail past you.
Oh my god.
Coated in acid.
Yeah. Oh.
And then you're good. So, let's go to the top of the round with Quella.
Okay, well I'm gonna stand up
Eat
real
your berry.
fast.
Yep, 15 feet.
And then I'm going to...
Pop the berry in your mouth.
I'm good on health right now. Can I jump over the water and shoot at its head again? 'Cause right now it's not facing me. Although I would
It
get
is
advantage
facing you, it is facing you.
Oh, it is
But
facing
it doesn't
me.
matter if it's facing you or not. You can still do whatever you want.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna jump over the water and I'm gonna try to shoot.
Jumping
over
5 feet, I think you should roll athletics for that.
That's okay. Ooh. 6.
I have to read the water.
Wait, how you said that water's shallow,
5
right?
feet across, it was shallow, it is no longer
No, it's an
shallow.
actual thing. Okay.
Did she move at least 10 feet before making that jump?
Yes.
Well, she rose 15 feet and then stepped 5 feet, so she only has 10 feet of movement left.
We're wondering if it's a running long jump or a standing long jump.
No, she did not.
Okay.
They're only 5 feet.
Jump distance is halved when performing a standing jump. So you can jump your strength score in feet straight forward, but if it's a standing jump, it's only half of that. So what is your strength score?
0.
No, your score.
11, sorry.
So you can jump standing long jump 6 feet.
Okay, so you're able to do it. Okay, you get across, and then what? You're shooting at it
I'm
again?
gonna shoot at it.
Go and roll a hit.
Jesus Christ. 13. 3 in a row.
13 does not hit.
Nope. 3 in a row at 13. How unlucky is that?
I'm gonna say this arrow actually gets stuck in between some of the joints and then crunches as it moves. So that's not gonna be a reusable one, but the others you can pick up later.
Okay.
Alright, Quella. Now it's Kieran's turn.
Alright, well, I'll just continue to just hammer down on its back.
Okay.
That seems to be doing pretty well.
You've got some places you can even wedge in and damage the internal parts.
Yeah, oh, natural 20.
Yeah!
That's what
So
I'm
you
waiting
found
for.
one of those spaces and you get into the inner mechanics, like the inside of a car almost. able to really break at the pieces.
Oh!
Max damage?
It's truly max
How
damage,
much?
so that's 16, so 21. How do I want to do this? Well, I'm going to jump up and I'll spear down into it, twisting like a tornado, just wrenching forward and back.
And the whole beast is moving with you as you're doing this, and pieces are breaking off and falling apart. And because the gears are moving, have you ever seen a washing machine break and it starts to break itself?
That's exactly
That's what's
it.
happening. Yeah, and the whole thing is crumbling, and you can tell the construct has a semblance of life. There are parts that are sparking and trying to connect and trying to whir like a broken toy on a ground, but you have broken this thing into a bunch of pieces on the ground. Exposing the weapon in the middle of it.
Well, look what I did!
Well
this was pretty fun, wasn't it?
That was awesome.
It was all thanks to me.
Well, it was no thanks to me, literally.
It's okay, I've had fights like that.
I did it once.
I mean, you killed all the wolves, so
I was pretty sure that was
I
going to
did?
murder us.
the dogs. I mean,
I was a bit concerned with it too.
Actually.
So this pole arm that's sticking out of its mouth. Can I take it?
yeah.
Okay, I want it.
Okay.
Is it just a regular pole arm covered in acid? Is it?
It's a special.
Shoot, where did I write it
I
down?
Can you use this magic?
I can identify it.
Please
Okay,
do.
so you sit and identify. You guys hear the whirring of the machine still trying to go. Here it is.
Poor machine.
I think. Found it.
Just kidding.
This is a +1 halberd of acid.
Ooh.
So +1 halberd. It does look more dwarven. It looks a little less elvish. It's just something about the shape. It does have the Durgeddon crest mark, a craft mark on it. On the handle at the very end, it's stamped. And it does 1d6 acid damage.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
Oh.
It's just like it's constant. It's do you learn the name of a weapon from Identify?
Yeah.
This weapon does have a name. It is the Burning Blood Blade. Burning is misleading because it seems like fire, but it's the burning sensation you get from acid on your skin. The Burning Blood Blade. It's like the blood, or it's like the blade itself is bleeding the acid, and then that acid then burns your targets. So you now have a +1 halberd with the Durgeddon symbol on it.
Yes, that's awesome.
That's so cool.
You guys have defeated the acid construct. We have a little bit more time in our session, so we can let this episode go over a little bit longer. Is there anything else you guys would like to do?
I would like. Is like the head of the acid construct still intact?
It wasn't much of a head. It was more of just a bunch of pieces covering that weapon, and used for bludgeoning and slamming into things.
Okay.
Is the water clean water?
It's mineral filled, so it's kind of dusty and dirty, even salty, kind of.
Okay.
Is there any other part of this construct that's salvageable?
It was the biggest piece of shit you've ever seen.
Wonderful.
It is the trashiest construct you could ever
Oh,
imagine.
jeez.
Okay. Is there a soul gem?
That's a good
anywhere?
question. It was using the power of the halberd. The halberd was what was powering this construct.
Oh, okay.
That is a very, very good question, but I did write that right in there. It's powered by the halberd.
So how is the halberd powered?
Well, the halberd is just a magical weapon.
Gotcha.
Since you know a little bit about construct making, this is work of someone who... Have you ever seen a program made by someone who doesn't know how to program? Or seen like a house built by someone who doesn't know how to build a house? They find quick, cheap, easy ways to duct tape stuff together. That's what this is. This is basically a bubblegum and paperclip construct made by someone who doesn't know what they're doing.
So I don't imagine it's some old machine that's been here since the...
No, there's no way, with how it was made, there's no way it could have lasted that long. It
Makes
looks
sense.
relatively recent.
Is there any way that we could search it to see if there's any, like, clue to what or who made it?
I think...
Well,
There is
before
a
we
clue.
found it, it looked like it was attacked, right?
Mhm.
Can we identify any markings that may have attacked it? Some sort of claw marks?
We'll do both of those. If you want to try to guess what made it, I would make you roll history. If you want to guess what attacked it, I'd make you roll survival.
I can do that one.
I can help with that.
Actually, I make that check as well.
So
Okay, so as a rock
mine
gnome,
sucks.
whenever I make a history check related to magic items, alchemical objects, or technological devices, I add twice my proficiency bonus.
Cool, do that, absolutely.
So
I got to 13 on the
Survival?
survival.
No,
You're making a history check?
So history plus my
Something
twice my
tribal.
proficiency.
So
I
instead
got
of
it.
plus 6, plus
Stone
8.
tools.
Damage this thing.
Well, it's twice my proficiency.
Right, your
The
proficiency
orcs
is
use
already
metals.
included in
Oh,
this.
okay.
Because you're proficient in it, so you just add an additional +2 because your proficiency bonus.
Oh, okay, thanks. 18.
So it's not that this... Okay, how do I put this? If there were craftsmen out there who were known for being utilitarian and did not care about the looks of their work and they only cared about the use of it, they didn't care to add any polish to their work as long as it did what it was meant to do, that would be the Duergar. They are known for that. They are the most utilitarian crafters out there.
Okay.
You believe this was made by Duergar?
Okay. So, Duergar made this.
And it was attacked by something with stone tools.
What has stone tools? Kobolds?
Something primitive for sure.
Yeah.
Alright, that's as much as I know.
We did ask the kobolds that we met if there were any nearby families and clans of kobolds, and they didn't think there were.
What if the ones that we sent away came here?
They
I,
wouldn't have
attacked
gotten
this.
I don't think they've left yet.
Ixalar has spent a good portion of his life in a cavern system connected to the Underdark.
Oh, yeah.
Can I make some sort of history check to determine what types of creatures might be using primitive tools?
Either history or nature.
Okay.
Do you want guidance?
Sure.
I'm gonna look at this right now, see if I can get you any groups of monsters.
I just see you like thinking really hard and I high-five you.
Nice.
Yeah, every time you see someone looking at something, you're just like,
That is a 19 for a nature check.
okay, well. There are a lot of things that live in wet cave systems, but because of the lake outside, because of the area you're in, because of the river that obviously runs through this whole thing, it could be a couple of things, but because I'm a dumb DM who can't think of any other ideas to give you, I'm going to tell you what it is. Troglodytes would live in caves like this
that would
and
make
have
sense.
stone tools.
They're also the ones that would live the closest to the surface.
Yeah.
I would say anything else similar to troglodytes would
Be
live
deeper.
much deeper.
Okay, then that's fair.
Troglodyte sounds real ugly.
Yeah, they're pretty gross.
ugly.
They smell bad too.
Oh, worse than goblins?
Much
Much
worse.
worse than goblins.
Fabulous.
Think like wet.
Wet goblin.
Yeah, wet goblin is the best.
Have you ever walked into some place and immediately threw up because of how bad it smelled?
On the
all the
inside,
time.
yes.
No, troglodytes will make you throw up.
Oh, well, this will be fun.
They're like sewage, but worse.
Gross.
Mm-hmm.
Like if a goblin is like the smell of someone who hasn't flossed their teeth in a long time, imagine that but with sewage.
Sewage that
Not only
hasn't
have they
flossed
not
its teeth
flossed
in a
their
long
teeth,
time.
but they've flossed their teeth with sewage.
Like, never mind, I'm not going to say it.
I don't want to consider the logistics
Like
of that.
like a piece of hair that was stuck in a drain.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah, you pull out all the hair clumps out of your drain.
Sounds like the
But
Grinch.
worse. But like there's a dead rat in there too.
Oh,
And their pubic hair.
Oh,
That's what I was going to say, and I caught myself. That was already dirty enough earlier.
Do you guys want to go exploring?
No, I want to continue with this analogy.
Let's keep going with this conversation.
Are you gonna go southeast or northeast?
well, perhaps we should cut the video.
No, we got some time and it'll end our session.
That's
You
fine.
guys said you could go another.
We can go
half
a little
hour.
later just
Yeah,
because of the
yeah,
whole
yeah.
silence
Good,
that
yeah.
we did for a few minutes.
Just we'll go over about 15-20 minutes because that's still acceptable video length.
Is that a little
Well, you're
opening
cutting out
in
some of it,
the
too. You're probably gonna cut out like 10
southeast?
minutes.
So there's southeast here, northeast here, and then the river, which you guys already saw went around in a circle.
So can you just confirm is that what the thing that it was? It was going in a circle through the river.
I can't tell you exactly where it was going.
Which tells us no.
Well, let's go up the river.
You guys already know what's up there. I already showed you.
Oh,
I think we
northeast.
should go southeast.
Well, actually, you can go up there. Hold on. Let me just.
yeah, I thought
Boop, you guys go up there into that little alcove.
that's where I wanted to go.
Go ahead and roll investigation or perception or whatever.
4.
Perception or investigation?
Investigation, I suppose.
8. 14.
I got 15.
Okay, so 14 and 15. This definitely looks like some kind of gross bug nest. There's a desiccated body here. This might have been where the sturges were originally nesting. You can see weird, gross nests that were built, some possibly where they had laid eggs and the eggs didn't hatch. It's pretty disgusting. In the corpse,
This little thing.
Mr. 15, you're able to find a leather pouch with 35 gold.
Okay.
Not a lot, but it's something.
We've got a lot of gold.
Alright,
There's
so
no
that
such
is...
thing as too much gold.
What is
No, I'm saying
what is the
that's still
corpse?
a lot. Is it a troglodyte?
I'd like to use medicine to identify it.
Ooh, you don't need to. It's dwarf. It's very wide and short.
What type of dwarf?
What are the ones that live in towns? Shield dwarves?
Gold.
Hill dwarves?
Go ahead and roll. So it goes, hill dwarves live in towns and on the surface, and then... No, I thought hill dwarves were the...
There's hill dwarves and mountain dwarves.
Aren't there gold
and then
dwarves?
deep dwarves. What?
Aren't there gold dwarves?
No.
I'm pretty sure that's one of them.
Are there dwarves named Gimli?
No.
Oh.
Oh well.
I'll play around with the player's
Perhaps.
handbook here, but it's the ones that live up in a city. This is not a dwarf who's from here. This is a dwarf who is exploring.
Oh, that's so sad.
I have dwarves right here, number 18.
That's sad.
And now I include a few extra dwarf sub-races just because I'm coming over from 3.5 and I get bored easy. But in 5th, there's only hill dwarves and mountain dwarves.
Oh.
And then there's Duergar, which are the really deep, dark dwarves.
The grey dwarves.
Yeah,
And they're the
Grey
ones who made
dwarfs.
the construct.
Yes.
that's what we believe. So this is a hill dwarf. They're also called surface dwarves, city dwarves, whatever you want. But yeah, that's what this is.
Well, anything else on him other than... No, that's it.
You
Alright.
think that maybe his clothes had some kind of crest at some point, but his clothes are so desiccated you can't tell.
How long has he been here?
No idea.
Can you mend them?
I could mend them, but it's
Ooh.
not going to really...
Have the crest left on there?
If it's gone, it's gone, but
It's
I
gone.
could try.
In a nest of sturges, it's desiccated.
point.
It's gone. Okay. Where do you guys like to go next?
Let's go back to
I think we
the...
should go to the southeast.
Yeah, the southeast,
You know,
yeah.
southeast?
Alright,
Well, where do you guys want to go?
that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm alright with the southeast.
Okay.
Are we proceeding cautiously?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so stealth checks.
yes.
Hold on, I gotta... There you go. I also am really excited to show you this.
Ooh.
You guys enter a beautiful, colorful forest of fungi. What used to be probably dwarven farms has overgrown into a lush forest of huge mushrooms, winding mycelium, glowing lights from the bioluminescent fungi and algae. You guys enter a huge forest of the underground.
Wow.
That's cool.
At the very top where you guys entered, there are sarcophagi marked with dwarven crests and dwarven markings. And here's the music I want. And then it goes down the stairs into the forest where there's a very overgrown, overpowered path through the forest.
Well, definitely we need to leave those sarcophagi alone.
Right.
Well, we got
You
lunch.
can investigate them if you want.
Yeah, there's no point investigating them if there's any. We don't want to take anything from them.
Well,
I'm gonna see if there are any with the Dirgeddon crest.
That's a good thing to check.
Not here.
Okay. That makes sense. They probably wouldn't be buried.
Do you have a challenge on you want to detect magic? Is there anything
Yeah,
magically hidden in these sarcophagi?
I'm gonna wave my detect magic wand around.
Not in this part, no.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Just kidding. No. Nope, never mind. I just had to read what was in there.
Yeah,
Nothing
yeah.
magical.
Okay. Let's leave him there.
We should just go down the stairs.
We should follow the path.
Do you guys want to investigate any of these plants?
Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Let me see if there's anything that would be useful.
I just want to pop open one of the sarcophagi, see if there's anything interesting in there.
Okay. Each tomb is a marble vault, about 6 feet long, 4 feet high, 3 feet wide, with a stone lid. Despite dwarven warnings carved on the tombs that you cannot read.
Someone here can read
I
Dwarven.
can read the dwarven warnings, actually.
Says, do not open, thou will be cursed.
Oh my god.
Defiling the dead.
Do
Then
not
never
look
mind.
at
It says,
these.
do not open, thou will be cursed for defiling
Besides,
the dead.
remember what Talbot
Alright.
said? Don't take
I
anything from the
recommend,
sarcophagus.
Not defiling the dead.
Well, he said don't sell anything to dwarves.
He also said we shouldn't take anything from where dwarves are resting. I remember him
Point.
saying that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bad thing. We shouldn't do it.
I mean, I don't really care about that. But
Well, how
if
would you
it's
open it?
cursed, then I'm not gonna open it.
I was going to say, you can open it, you can get cursed. We'll be fine.
Well,
How about just none of us open it?
let's not open it.
I like that idea better.
Honestly, if there's a really nice weapon laying with a corpse,
There's
corpse isn't gonna be missing it, you know what I mean?
I
Then
moved
go
my
ahead and
stick.
open it.
There's nothing
You did?
magic.
Yeah, no, I know. But if there was, something interesting, maybe.
It's not worth the curse.
No, it's not worth the curse.
Well, for us.
Well,
You
I'm
don't
just
know
saying.
that.
Look, these guys were buried right outside by farms. Sure, they might have marble sarcophagi, but do you really think they're gonna have anything interesting?
They could, but we shouldn't.
Generally, if you're laid to rest in something as fancy as marble, maybe not magical, but maybe something cool.
Do you think marble?
Really cool crown.
Do you think marble is super fancy for dwarves? I mean, they live.
For some
Honestly,
dwarves.
yeah, it probably is. considering they
Marble
live
is
underground like us.
kind of the mark of just.
I guess.
I'd imagine there's quite a few dwarves that would enjoy marble.
I
Do
mean,
any of you guys
I mean,
have
I
like
enjoy marble.
a barrier that you can put around us so we can open up the sarcophagus?
That would
No.
be Ixildor's thing.
That is not a thing I can do.
Well, that sucks.
You can
Well-
open up the sarcophagus.
Oh no, I'm saying for him. Put a barrier around him.
And I mean,
He can
if
open
it hurts you, I can heal you, but that's about as good as I can.
I'm not opening anything. I'm listening to Talia.
Well, you're the one that just made the suggestions.
Yeah,
Let's
to put
be
around him so
nice.
he can open the sarcophagus.
Let's
I'm
not
gonna stay
defile
back
the
here.
dead.
So you want him to open the sarcophagus?
Austin's going to
Well, no,
defile
but
the
he
dead.
wants
Is
to.
why to
Let's
take
make
what's
the
useful
suggestion
so we
then.
can
So he
survive.
stopped talking about it.
He's going to
That's
keep talking
defiling
about
the
it.
dead.
That exactly. So if we put the barrier on him,
That's
he'll do it.
defiling
There's no
the
barrier
dead.
around.
Well, the defiling the dead would be like rummaging around with the bones and playing with
Let him
them,
go. He's
No,
and
that's-
throwing them over your shoulder.
That's just
Well, you
like
and I are on the
horrible.
same page.
That's
We're not
worse than
opening this
defiling.
Well,
the
that's
dead.
what
Shall we
defiling
explore
the
the
dead
rest of
is.
the forest?
Let's do it.
I'm just
Okay.
suggesting stealing from them.
That's
We're gonna go
defiling the
slower.
dead.
No, that's just
Okay.
taking something that doesn't
Paula
belong
and
to anyone
I are
anymore.
going to continue down the path.
While these two are talking.
I'm gonna follow after them. I'm having no part in this.
I already said I'm not gonna risk getting cursed.
Yeah.
Then why do you keep talking about it?
Yeah, why did you?
People keep asking me things. I'm just having a conversation here.
Stubborn owl.
You're the one to talk.
I know it.
So we're going to go down into the mush rooms.
The moosh rooms.
What's a moose room?
The mush
Is that
rooms.
a cow mushroom?
No, the room's
Moose
made of
room?
mush.
Oh.
Room.
The room's made of mush.
The shroom rooms.
A
made of
room
mush?
room?
The shroom room.
The shroom room's made of mushrooms.
The shroom room with the mushrooms in it? The
I'm
shroom?
confused again.
Are there much mushrooms in the mushroom shroom room?
I would imagine so. I really would. Plus, we could have a bite to eat. This
You guys
is
gonna
all
make any
edible.
rolls for any things that you're looking for?
Yeah, I'm gonna. I guess it would be
Can I do a
nature.
nature attack? Would that
Yeah.
be what we do?
17.
What is your roll, Dieter?
17.
What are you rolling?
Nature on the mushrooms to see if they're
Okay.
safe and edible.
So, if you're looking specifically for edible mushrooms, you find one that almost looks like tree roots. You find these big bark tree roots all over the place, destroying the path, destroying the ceiling, just coming through and exposing themselves everywhere. And that actually is an edible fungi. It grows a very hard shell to protect itself from small things like vermin eating it. But if you are able to break through the bark, you can find a fleshy interior, much like a cacti.
Or crab.
Kind of like an aloe plant. It's a mushy, clear, edible substance. And
Alright.
I rolled a dirty 20 on nature.
okay, so you're looking around at a lot of other things, and while you guys are walking, you hear suddenly, like, rain. You'll hear the psh, psh,
Like a
just every
water?
once in a while. And there's a very, very large, huge mushroom. Looks like a big umbrella. There's multiple all over the place, but each one is about 10 feet high at least. Some of them are 20, some of them are 30, some are 40. And every once in a while, they release a rain of clean water to the ground below them. And it sounds like rain just for a moment. And while you're distracted by those, you also notice that there are these, how do I put it? There are these really, really tiny mushrooms all around. They have little points on them. And when you look at them, they almost look like little dog ears or little, like, snow caps. Or there's just tons of them all over.
I'll blow on one. Just.
Nothing happens. But you can harvest that wood one for food.
Alright.
And I know there's some more to tell you guys about later. I can tell you in the next session too. But
Well, I'll start getting some food ready. I'm hungry.
I got a natural one.
yeah.
Well, you're no help.
Yeah.
Luckily for you, in a dwarven place like this, they wouldn't grow poisonous mushrooms because
That's
this is
good.
obviously
That's
a
good.
farm. But you do go to eat something that you think is a mushroom, and it's just a rock. It's just a mushroom-shaped rock, and it's gross and dirty.
Are there any
Well, that's one tooth
creatures
lost.
that are living in this?
You sense tons of tiny little beasts that you can determine
Eat the berry
are
I gave
rats.
you.
Oh, okay. Oh, nothing, anything dangerous.
Grow your tooth back.
It's a bunch of rats living down here.
As for paths you guys can take, there's one to the southwest right
I
here.
see that.
There's one to the north right here. There's up a cliff. You guys see that there's a path to the northeast. There's one straight east that actually leads to stairs. As you guys can't all see these from the beginning. This is from you guys walking around the forest and seeing them.
Mhm.
And that's it. Those are all the ways that you can go.
Well, I chose the last way, so someone else choose this one.
We
South.
South?
Okay.
South it is.
Alright.
You're going south. I am glad you were going south. Oh,
Good choice.
actually, you guys see that this probably was a path, but it was all blocked off. On the very left side, there's rubble.
Cave in.
Yeah, possibly. So you go south. Down into area 25. So we can get rid of 23, 24. And we can go to 20, 25. Oh, well, whatever. 20, 25. So you come down that north passage. And you hear this river is really rushing. You can hear the waterfall of this water going over a cliff down below. It's very thick, and you think deep river. Or it's 5 feet across, but still kind of deep. And it comes from up above where you guys had previously passed it.
That a skeleton over there?
Yeah, so you guys explore up the river, and that's number 20. You find in this room a giant dead lizard that stinks all the way from the forest. The lizard is chained, but you can see that it has been killed by many sharp acidic stabs, and has been desiccating ever since.
That's probably your.
This smells fucking horrible.
Probably the halberd from
Yeah.
the dragon from the
Most likely.
construct.
Can somebody set this thing on fire?
Behind it are wooden chests.
Oh.
I'm gonna plug my nose and go see if the chests are trapped. If the chests are trapped.
Okay, roll investigation.
I should skid. Is there anything I could skid off of this thing?
And no.
It's completely.
Oh boy. 21.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So these chests are not trapped. You can go ahead and open them. They were guarded by this giant lizard that ultimately was unable to guard them any longer.
Something must have looted the chests already then.
You go ahead and open them. There are 2,200 silver pieces, just a mound of silver in one of the boxes. It looks like the hoard that this lizard was guarding before the construct defeated it.
Oh! Well then.
It also holds a potion of climbing, which you recognize from before, and then another potion that you would have to identify.
2. Check for false bottoms.
I'm gonna check for false bottoms.
None.
None, okay. Okay, if everyone's good with it, I wanna do a ritual identify on the potion.
Sure.
So you guys have 10 minutes to chill out. It is a potion of water breathing.
Ooh.
Oh, that's nice.
Where does the water go?
If you guys want to follow the water up, you want to head that way?
Sure.
Yeah.
So you guys are coming from where that water is. But it leads you into this big, empty, horrid smelling area.
Oh,
There are troglodyte bodies
Oh.
that you have to step over. They stink so bad. I'm not going to make you roll a constitution, but if you tried to eat here, you would throw up. If you tried to drink here, you would throw up.
alright, we've got to burn these corpses.
You see that they've been sprayed with acid, stabbed with acid. Some of them have been bludgeoned up against the wall. This room that... And you can see up on the walls there are trophies of, like, animals that were killed, rat tails, just things that the troglodytes put up. This is probably a main area for them. You can go farther to the west and I can have you find more out there.
Sure.
Okay. So you head over to what seems to be more like the troglodyte.
I'm going to use Druidcraft to control the scent in the 5 foot square that I'm walking in, because I'm not going to deal with this nasty stench.
So as much of a massacre as it looks like occurred here, it seems that some of the supplies and fabrics have been cleared out. You can see where there were probably chests full of things. They're open and empty. So you believe some of the troglodytes may have escaped the massacre. You notice on the walls that there are crude paintings, very tribal, ugly paintings with horribly made paint, probably a mix of blood and something else. Organs, stuff like that. You can try to determine what they mean with a religion check.
Sure. Natural 20.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Alright, so having studied tribal paintings in the caverns you grew up in, this is kind of familiar. You can understand that the line that they've drawn here is water. And out of the water is a big black head. And it shows the troglodytes giving gifts to the black face in the water. And it shows a friendship relationship they have with this creature.
Cat-like creature?
It's hard to tell with a tribal drawing. It does seem like it has 2 protrusions on its head and has a pointed face.
It's reasonable to say that it might be the same cat.
So that's what the troglodytes have encountered being here. Had their, I guess, their patron or relationship they had with this creature up on the wall, so it must have been important that they worshipped it or worked with it. Well, that's it. Otherwise, you guys can... That's it, actually. You're not able to find much else. If you guys want to roll perception or investigation to see if anything was left.
Yes. Natural 1.
17.
17.
Dirty 20.
Okay. I'm going to say the 20 goes right for the chests in the room at the very top, north. It seems like this was a really crudely made throne out of body parts and leathers and skins just stacked on each other. A giant hoard of reek and smell. But you find a chest in this room, which probably belonged to the chief, cleared out with just a few scraps of silvers, maybe 5 silver. So something did clear out this chest and leave.
Is there anything hidden in that pile of furs, maybe?
No, it's just, you can tell what it is it's a skinned animal, poorly skinned, so there's literally blood, and it's like sticking with the blood. They use the blood as like a grout, and then they just stack it. It's one big solid mass of
gelatinous flavor.
Yeah.
That's
Like a layered crepe cake.
Sure.
ew. Why are you? No.
Alright, so you guys leave this area and go back to the forest, the fungus forest. You guys have learned that the troglodytes were probably massacred by this acid construct. You learn they had a relationship with a big black beast, just like the dwarves had a relationship with a big black beast, believed to be the cat god of the area. Is there anything else we learned from the Glitterhame, from the forested area you're in now? I think that's it.
Those are the main points.
All right.
Yeah.
We have a new +1 acid halberd. Woohoo! And I think we're good for the night. So this is going to end our session and end our episode. So I'll see you guys next time, and see the rest of you downstairs where we play D&D in our basement as per tradition. So thanks for joining us, and have fun playing D&D.